Kenda Bell, author and cultural sociologist. This joy factor mama has explored the fruits that heal the spirit, and those lessons have led her to an extraordinary life of genius. Please put your hands together for your next storyteller, Miss Kenda Bell.
It's gonna be a whole lot of who do I think I am. I've been breaking all illusions all 2020. I am not who I was a year ago. I'm realizing how dope that is. Thinking about who says, who does she think she is not a divine woman's mentality. No one thinks more than I do about who I think I am than me. I see the invincible.
Miss Bell, you don't understand the assignment. So it's 1995. I am returning back to school with a 3-year-old son after getting pregnant my junior year. And they want me to take remedial English classes. If nothing else, I know I can write. But I said, okay, because my pen is my best friend and advocate. So it's all good. I do the grammar test, write the essay, simple question, write about someone you admire. Sure. I get my grammar test back, check, I pass. I get the essay back, a big fat old F. I said, oh, no, sir. This has got to be a mistake. So me and the professor, we going back and forth, and he exasperatedly leans back and says, Miss Bell, I don't think you understand the assignment. I mean, sure, I could have written about Shirley Chisholm, who had the audacity to be the first black woman to run for president after the Civil Rights Act of 1964 passed. Sure, I could have written about Sarah Breedlove, who had the audacity to change her name and become the first self-made female millionaire and bought a house right around there with John Rockefeller. And I even could have written about Fannie Lou Hamer, who had the audacity to say that she was sick and tired, and she was not going to stand for it, and she would be heard. So yes, Professor, I understood the assignment. I wrote about myself. You see, I remember that fuzzy-haired, skinny little girl crying profusely in kindergarten when she forgot her ABCs. I was ready to. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, G. Kids laughing. My teacher looking at me with a sympathetic stare. And me standing there, eyes full of tears, vulnerable and embarrassed. All I kept thinking in my head was, I know them from A to Z. I can say them in my head, just not out loud. And it was from that point that I began a quest to express without fear of rejection. Not only was I born black in a feminine body in America, but I also chose to represent the other 1% who stutter in America. 1 out of 4 Americans stutter. 1 out of 4 of those are women. Being a black woman who stutters is a documented rarity. There have been few times that I could think about that I did not consider my speech. Expressing yourself as a black woman is a treasure. But guess what, y'all? I understood the assignment. I need to tell you, y'all, can you imagine being forced into introversion? Can you contemplate keeping silent when you wanted to speak? Not because you didn't have anything to say. I always got something to say, by the way. But you feared that the presentation was not exactly worthy. Let me tell y'all something. 8th grade, woo, elementary school and junior high was the vestibule of hell. It was this one snotty-nosed boy, he used to joan on me, I mean vicious. And on this particular day, here he comes, and he just had to catch me. I'm talking to a group, and I'm stuck on a word. And he comes, you retarded, ha, you can't even talk. By this time, this was 8th grade. So I wasn't playing no bully games. No sir, no ma'am. I looked at him and I said, at least I'm not in DEC, dumb educated children. Ha! So yes, I understood the assignment. One thing is for sure, that the blessing of speech, can you imagine trying to make calls, people hanging up on you, thinking you're playing games, asking for directions, people becoming impatient because you're not speaking fast enough, clear enough. You have the will. Don't feel sorry for me, by the way, because I will get my point across. Trust and believe. But it was a struggle coming up. And don't even talk about job interviews. Y'all already know that at least, but we ain't going to talk about that today. I often wondered if my qualifications were disqualified because I stuttered. You know, people are funny. Did they think I was lying? I was confused? I'm acting weird? No, I just stutter. Talk different. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. But that's me. But I understood the assignment. I had the audacity to be born like this with this. My little girl would often sit and watch because we knew that we were born black and female. Both, two things already birthed in, predisposed deficiencies presumed by some. I'm deficient because I'm a woman and I'm black and I stutter? Come on. But I understood the assignment. Say somebody. So as we move forward in this story, I must tell you that there is victory at the end. I have always been determined to be heard and to listen. It's not about the content of your character, but it's the weight and the power of your words, whether you talk loud or you talk soft. So, when I tell you that I had no idea that I would be standing here right now sharing this story, 30 years after I wrote an essay about why I admire myself, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. So I'm going to tell y'all something and be very clear. Stuttering is my superpower activator. And audacity is the B12 of my genius as most powerful black woman. So I stand here not only representing the other 1%, I also stand here representing all women, anyone who has a stutter of their own in their life, in whatever form, that pushes beyond it and rises above. So yes, Professor, I understood the assignment. You didn't.
Keep it going.